Welcome to Cup Effort number 2. My name is James Williams Jr. I am part Cherokee, part black, and part white. This video is about racism. This video is also about multicultural and biracial people who have been ostracized, or for you non-multicultural or biracial people, you guys think that us existing is a crime. The reason why I'm putting it that way is because you do not know how many times that I have had to find an identity when I hang with black people versus when I hang with white people. And then when I found that I was native, well, here in Charlottesville there were not many natives to hang with. Got along great with Asian people though. Didn't have to find an identity. I could be me. But I'm also a martial arts master, so that might have a little bit of a way of opening doors. Now, being multicultural, we don't have a support group. I've made videos about this before. And I will be honest. Unfortunately, most of my racism has come from people who look just like me. In other words, my black side. Now, I have only maybe 4 or 5 incidences with white people. If you don't count the time the 2 white guys jumped me at my job, if you don't count the time the 1 white guy for 3 years of my life wouldn't stop calling me chief, and if you don't count the times that all my white friends in school stopped being my friend for punching a white girl in the mouth for calling me the N-word. Other than that, I've had very few incidences with white people besides what I just named. And a couple of white bosses who might have needed to be punched in the face. You know who you are. Burger King. Anyway, besides that being the point and me sitting in this superhero squat and Asian squat and all the other stuff, I've had a lot of problems with black people. And it sucks when you have to prove your blackness to black people. See, the thing about being normal is that y'all don't have to do this. If you're black, proving your blackness to black people works like that. When you're mixed, they point that shit out. It's the same way if you're white. If you're mixed with white, you have to prove your whiteness to white people. And you don't have to worry about it when it's family. It's the white people that are not your family that you have to prove your whiteness to, providing that your skin is light enough to pass. Mine's isn't. I am high yellow like a motherfucker. Now, I'm going to cut that air conditioning on. 1 second. Woo! So did you know, this superhero suit gets hot as hell. Okay? Yeah, good. Back to the subject at hand. Whenever you are mixed, you're going to have disagreements with one side or the other side of your ethnicity. This is something that your parents don't know how to prepare you for. Your class of pain is just open 101. All throughout my life, I've had incidences, especially being mixed. Living in the projects, my mom could pass for white. You have known many times, that I've had to hit someone for saying, "Hey James, you have a white mom." Because unless you were white, they never had that problem in the projects. And some of my white friends were like, "Wow, James, your mom is whiter than my mom." You'd be surprised at how many times I've heard that. And then after my dad died and I lost my mom down in Scottsville, things started coming together. Where I looked and said, you know what? Some of these people are actually right. And this suit does amazing things for my ass. Anyway, moving on. Racism can be stopped. You see what I'm doing? I'm sitting on my ass, doing nothing to combat racism other than making this video. But so much more can be done. So much more can be done if we all sat on our asses instead of doing nothing. We communicated, started talking, started listening. Yeah, there's an ear there, even if you can't see it. Or maybe it's me who just can't see it. But anyway, there is an ear there. And there's one there, too. I'm open to suggestions. You should be open to suggestions. So here's one. We all love to wash our ass. We all love to brush our teeth, except for those who are unfortunate and doesn't have any money or jobs or the ability to take care of themselves. That's where the line kind of blurs a bit. But we all also bleed red. As Americans, we also love the American flag. At least we used to before all the clusterfucking racism and white supremacy and stuff started going all over the place. As a superhero, you are listening to me. If I take this damn mask off, you're just going to see some other guy on a YouTube channel with next to no followers, and you're going to say, huh, we don't want to deal with this, so we're not going to deal with this. And we're going to turn the blind eye and walk away. And why are we going to do that? Because it's a whole lot easier to walk away from a problem than to try to solve the problem. And why is that? Because clearly you guys didn't read enough comic books in your life, so you don't know how to solve problems. Because if you sit down and read a comic, you will see from issue 1 to issue 13 in a chapter of sagas, the superhero finds a way to solve the problem. Whether it be rational, or unfortunately, physical, they still find a way to solve the problem and bring down the bad guy. I like to view racism, as the ultimate bad guy that everyone contributes to. It is like a spark that we all just keep fueling and fueling and fueling. But no one wants to take the spark back. No one wants to stop the spark from happening. They just want to let the spark engulf until it can't. And then when it erupts and explodes and goes supernova, you, me, Aunt May, and your mama all get screwed. But we can stop that by taking a knee to the face of racism. And we can do that by sitting on our ass, listening, communicating, putting things down that we don't like about each other, outside of skin tone. Because that seems to be the thing. If we could see past skin tone, and see that all of our ideologies are pretty much the same, except for when it comes to our wallets and things, because the poor needs to stay poor according to the rich. We don't deserve to have money. And according to the poor, we deserve to have money. Outside of that, no one's trying to make everything equal, as the Constitution in them says that all humans are created equal. Here's the thing. We might all be created equal, but we're not all treated equally. Opportunities don't come to me like they would come to someone else, or else I wouldn't have been in this acting business for 21 years and haven't had one real acting job. Thank you, YouTube, for allowing me to be here. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, MySpace. I think I have a Snapchat. I'm going to get a Snapchat. But at that same time, I need to thank the people who at least let me in their lives for the 5 minutes that I am allowed. Of course, this video has been going for about 15. Now try to take this into consideration. Why are people racist? Because it's homegrown. Kids are not born racist. We adults give the kids the finger. And then they grow up and give their kids the finger. And their kids get the finger. And their kids get the finger. I'm running out of fingers, but they're all this one finger. And now I hate you. I hate you for the one thing you can't change. And it's not your gender, buddy. It's the fact that your skin tone is a shade darker than mine. And if you look like me, and you feel like me, and you smell like me, we're good to go. But let your skin tone be a little bit darker, and I think you're retarded. And I don't want anything to do with you because somebody in your family hurt somebody in my family, so my family's making me hurt you. Experience will be your teacher, people. Please, combat racism, but combat it responsibly. And always use your brain before you use your fist. Of course, unless you're fighting Jedi Knight. Then use your fist. Because he's not going to give you the chance to use your brain. Because you know once that guy gets running, he's an unstoppable moving machine. Thanks for watching. Excelsior, people. Excelsior.